Okay, tubes or whoever out there got 3 of these motors a couple weeks ago. Go this way. Trying to get. All right. It's a little. There you go. It's a little. It's dust or something. But I want to try to do off-grid living. I want to. If I can get my channel going, I want to buy some land in Tennessee. Try to, or somewhere. Buy my own land. I'm gonna try to live off the grid type of style. So bought 3 of these. A guy had them on Marketplace, Facebook. A buddy of his was throwing a whole bunch of stuff away, and he said he was honest. He said about he didn't think they should be thrown away. He wanted to see if they work. But it's a DC motor. You're gonna know as much as I do. I do have some treadmill stuff. It's a DC motor. It does have a hole in the back, like a pin could go through or something. I do not know. I only gave $10 for them, so I wasn't really worried. I'm going to say the white and blue probably go together. And I'm going to say the all white and red. I'll make sure they don't touch. I'm going to turn my... Alright. My tester's working. Let me grab a set of glasses here so I can see what I'm doing. We're going to see if, because when I was younger I used to do a lot of stuff like this. So you can actually take, a lot of people don't know this, a hobby motor, small one of these, but for a little hobby car, and hook a jack to it, a 3.5 whatever jack for your headphones, and it'll play. You can actually hear it. Alright, I got my voltmeter on 12. I'm just going to hook a drill to it. I don't even know if we'll make power or not. I'm going to take the red just for now, because I don't know anything about these motors. Some of you guys probably will out there. But I just want to see if we can make something out of it. Make a windmill or something. Anything out of it. I don't even know which way it turns. That's why I said I do not know nothing about this motor. I don't even know if it works. $10, I wanted to try it. Alright. We got that hooked up. I got my black on the black, and I'm going to put my red on the red. I'm going to try to here. I'm going to try to make it so, there you go, you guys can see it. Let's see if it makes any voltage. Look at it. It does work like I thought. That is 3.5 volts. Speed it up. By turning this I'm going to even put the drill in low because I think I got the drill in high. Yeah, I'm going to put it in low. So it's not going to go very fast. This drill in low, fully cranked, gives me 10 volts. If I really crank it, look, I'm up to 30 volts. It is working, guys. Look. If I am turning it, I don't know how many revolutions per minute, but it's not very fast. Alright, now that's just hooked to these. The red and the black. Let's see what these other wires do. If they do anything. I'm gonna keep the black as the ground. The blue works as a power wire. Let's try the red. Now these are usually ground when they have the red with the white. They're usually ground, but let's see. Nope. That's giving me volts too. Let's go to the plain white. I think it looks, yeah, it looks like a plain white. The plain white, I think that's a ground. Alright, I believe the plain white is a neutral or a ground. All the rest of them are giving me power. So, if that's the case, I should be able to take this sometimes. This ain't always true. You put it in there and see if we get power. I'll get to the red one. There we go. And it does. It came undone. As you can see, that drill is not turning very fast, so I'm getting 5 volts. It does work, guys. I gotta test all the rest of them. But when it said DC motor, that's what I figured. A DC motor, it's a DC current, so usually them motors you can do this. AC, I do not know. You might have to spin it a lot faster. So, but what you can do with these motors, which I thought you could, I wasn't sure. Took $10 and I took a $10 bet on it. I can take these motors and hook a fan to it, or make a windmill, or a water wheel, a turbine, anything that you want to hook to it, you can hook to this. And but just spinning that creates power. So, and it's a pretty heavy, I mean, this thing weighs every bit of 10 pounds. So, I don't know what all the wires do and how it was supposed to be hooked up, but for my purposes, it worked fine. You could actually take, now you wouldn't want to, I don't think you'd want to hook all these wires together, but you could snip the wires you don't need for now. Just take the ends off, put some shrink wrap on it, use these two, you'd be set to go. It did up to 30, 35, 36 volts, I think. 12 volt. Anything at 13 volts, 13, 14 volts would be perfect. And it's a little hard to turn, but if you put that on a water wheel and put a smaller call gear, and if you were careful, I don't know if you could, but if you were careful, you could probably, if that's hardened steel, it might not be, but you could tap that, put a tap die on that, hold that, and put a nut on the back. Then since this thing goes all the way through, you could take another nut or something and do it like a RC wheel, cut a little groove in there, and then that would go back, and probably how it worked, and push on a pin when you tighten that up. Actually, while we're talking to you, let's just say, because I turned that with a drill, let me hook that back up real quick. You guys are probably dying to know, so am I. I'm going to hook up the exact same way I did before, so all my tests will be the same. I'm going to spin it by hand, just with my fingers, and we're going to see what we get. We'll hook them on backwards too. Try to get this to where you guys can see that. There you go. Oh yeah. If I just constantly spin that, look, that's one of my fingers. I can get that up to 3 volts. Now, just for poops and giggles, a lot of people say the other word, I don't cuss that much. I'm going to switch these around. Positive, I put the negative on the positive, positive on the negative, because it ain't going to hurt anything. I'm going to see if it still makes volts. It does, that's what I thought. Let's try it backwards. Yep. Forwards and backwards. So it really don't matter how you would hook this motor up. It would work. That's what I thought. A DC motor, a lot of DC motors, like little hobby motors or whatever, I figured this was made about the same with brushes, can run forwards and backwards. This one could have ran forwards and backwards. All the other wires on there could have been something to do with how fast it ran, or amperage or something like that. Could have been anything. Just my cheap tester, and tried it out. So let's look at the specs on here now. For you, someone that really wants to know what this motor is. closer. This says it's super electronic or something. It's a stepping motor. Let me see if I can. There. Crap. Now I'm really moving you around. Trying to get that glare off. There you go. It's some weird model. But right here is what you gotta look for. That I look for. DC. It's a 7 amp. Now V, I guess the V's for volts on this one, it's 2.27. It's a Class B. I don't know what any of this stuff stands for. Couldn't I tell you? You guys probably know more than I do. But that right there, you can bolt this. I can bolt this onto something, put something on here, make that turn, and make voltage. That's all I need to know. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to make something out of these. I don't know what we're gonna make. We're gonna try it. So if you like this new series of mine, trying to make cheap power or whatever you want to call it, or off the grid power, we'll call it. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Don't thumbs down. At least you watch one, and bye till later.